Hello everyone, welcome back to Doodle Empires. I'm gonna bring this back because we're gonna do the Earth edition. Now, especially after I finally understand how to play the game, which is great news, isn't it? It's fantastic. Alright, well, we need to start with a nation, which, how I'm gonna do this start is with the wheel and the top middle and then to the right. By the way, just to quickly, I'm just gonna spam it a few times so it goes a little bit more crazy, but I'm going to quickly mention, you see the turn in the top right here. Basically what I'm going to do is every turn is a year, so right now it is year 0, and that way we know how many turns it's been. But not only that, making it a year, like calling it what year it is much cooler. And we're going to go in from the north. Central Europe's here, Central Asia's here, so we'll do like above the line here. So all of these is just north. So that's the side. So south side would be like Denmarkish, maybe, like just like south would be here, west or east would be there, and then the very north is like up here, Greenland, which would be a cool start, to be fair. Which it is. That is quite literally southwest. Oh my god. Okay. We could start in the Americas, but I do want to start, if everyone's fine with it, of course. Let's start in the Nordics. That sounds much cooler. Sweden. Oh, wait, let me just have capitalize on. There we go. Sweden. I don't think capitalize was on for those. And for the dub. Yeah, Sweden. Nice. Put the nice, good old blue on Sweden. Actually, should we make it darker so we can tell? Nah, we want it brighter. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. Alright, Sweden is going to look very, very nice. I'm going to overlap it here like this. And take a bit of Danish. Nice! Okay, this is our first country, Sweden. Which I don't know what else to say. But yeah, large expand is nice. Okay. Always good, always good. Let's get the top half here. Just to make sure it just expands. Alright, select country again. New leader, which creates another new leader, which creates medium expansion. Nice. Okay. I thought that was just going to be long. Alright, make them expand there. Make them take here. They got a bit of the northern Russian parts, as we know. A new nation! Every time it's a new nation, I guess we could just spin the wheel, and the central of the well, we will just decide to Central Europe, and Central Asia, just like this is the verdict of central of the entire world. To be fair, we could just say the Black Sea's the central area of the entire world. That would make sense. We are going to the north again. Okay, which side of the north? Because we could go all the way here for east, which would be cool. We're going to the very north of the hemisphere. Great. You know, in fact, it makes a little bit of sense to have it up north here, because it is slightly bent to the left. Like, if we say this is the north here, then we go slightly to the west. We could do it here, to be fair. Ooh, like that big crack there. Just, let me just zoom in. There we go. Look at this. That big, massive river opening into the land. Well, the ocean opens into the land, but yeah. Yeah, basically, we could just do as like a Turkish group, which I actually searched it up. I checked it out, which is called the main Turkic population in North Russia is the Yakut or Saka. I butchered that, didn't I? Anyways, yes, we're gonna do that because that is cool, and we're gonna have it as Yakut. Now, the question is, what flag would they have? Oh, wait, I know this group. All right, okay. The national flag of the Republic Saka. Okay, and there is a regular. Okay. Ooh. Well, they're primarily light blue, just like Sweden, which we could just make them lighter. At this point, they might as well become turquoise. No, they might as well be like cyan, even though they are light blue. Which, if we expand realistically more south. There we go. Okay, let's actually randomize. Okay, it chooses the Yakut group, which says large expansion, which I want them to go a little bit to the west, a little bit to the east, where they connect. Let's just quickly collect that. Let them travel through oceans. Nice. Let them get these small, little islands. Very, very nice. Let them go over here. Oh, voice crack there. Alright, randomize and Yakut again. Our first castle build. We did start where this ocean river thing was cracked, so we can definitely build like a castle right there. We can call it the Yakut Domain Castle. That might be a little bit too long. Yeah, it is. It's very long. I'm very zoomed in for the Switch. Sorry if this hurt your eyes. Yeah, the Yakut Domain Castle. Kind of cool, to be fair. Medium expansion, nice. Oh, I should have randomized, to be fair. I do want to do more randomized things. When you click on the top left there. Right there. Which, I mean, it's just more fun. Just to do. Let's just make them expand like crazy. And finally, Sweden, which it's a new nation. They don't get to expand. Unlucky them. Alright, let's spin the wheel. Let's see where we will be expanding next to. God damn it. We got the north again. You know what? Just to make it interesting, I'm going to respin it because... Okay, getting the north the third time it's saying something like the world starts in the north. Like, that's interesting story, but we need a bit of a mixture here. We need something a little different. Oh, the south. Basically the southeast. We could... Okay, so because this is central here, all of this here is south. All of this. Which is crazy. Because we could do it in India, we could do it in, Oman, or we could do it like in Madagascar, we could do it in Australia, New Zealand. We could start in those regions, which would be insane. So, we'll say this, there's a very small dot right here, where my pen is, where that circle is hovering over. That'll be the central place, and we're gonna let the wheel of existence decide where the southern people start. Oh, west, but it's leaning a little bit. Okay, so if I were to put the compass there, it goes like on this island, but we could just have Madagascar. I can't lie. Madagascar, welcome. This is actually kind of cool. We'll give it the islands as well. Here, these. We want Madagascar. Oh, sure, we'll give these. Okay. It controls this entire bit. Now, we want to give it the bits of the... I think this is Mozambique here. Like, in real life, like, that's where it would be. Alright, anyways. We can draw a card for Madagascar, which gets medium expansion. That's always nice. Ooh, we could go to that water source there if we get Madagascar again, but we don't. Sweden finally gets to expand. Which I want them to go to Iceland. And I want a little bit to go to here. Nice. A little bit found their way like this. Make them land to Greenland like that. They don't get all of it. Not all of it. Just to make it cheeky. It's still year 11, so I don't want to... I do have a lot of... I don't know what it's exactly called. In the settings, I'll quickly show you guys. The draw power is maxed out. Because, I mean, it's more fun that way, in my opinion. Because you get to draw more stuff. Anyways, let's give them... Oh, we couldn't give them all of that. I wanted to do that. Oh, well. The Yakut gets medium expansion. Very nice. Well... let's just keep going to Central Asia then. Pretty much. Like, take big chunks. Okay, that looks like a claw. Just there. Alright, let's go. Random Madagascar. Gets a small split. Okay. We can do South Africa. I forgot to spell South. That took quite a bit. Sweden again gets Age of Conflict selection. Select nation. Yakut gets it, and he gets a medium expansion. Interesting. Alright. Finally, the Yakut made it into Central Asia, and they are taking quite a bit. Wow, look at this. That is a country. Alright, small expand. I want them to actually expand South Africa, which is very nice. They did exactly that. Madagascar gets small expand, which they definitely want their land back. The mouth of Africa? No. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Somalia and Ethiopia was called like a specific region, but I forgot now. Damn, I'm so sorry. I'll try to remember if I can. Large expansion for Yakut though. That's always very nice. I'm just gonna circle it around. Let them be big boys. Which honestly, they're getting quite a bit. I'm gonna make sure they get a bit of that, a bit of this. Like, damn, that is a great expansion. I want them to probably expand more eastward now. Because they took a lot of Central Asia. Which they do get a little bit of small expansion. Which, here we go. A bit of the north bit there. Lovely. The Yaku gets a small split. Oh. Ooh. Okay, wait. I want to spin the wheel. And we'll say their central part is where the castle is. Where they started. Oh, it says east. It says east. Okay. What can we put there? I'm going to have to make up a country, I think. Which would be... I know Greenland. Yeah, it's a bit weird because Greenland's here. But we need to make something up here because it is small split. And also, it'll be interesting. Why not? Alright, let's give them all of this. Okay. If you guys don't mind, sometimes I would just press X. Because, like, sometimes a small split doesn't look like a small split, but yeah. Alright, medium expansion. I think I want them to take over... I want the Swiss people to take over the big old English, Scottish, Welsh, and Irish land. Because, I mean, it's interesting. And have them connect through German land with the Baltic lands. Nice. Madagascar expands again. Which, actually, I want them... Even though I want them to fill this, which I'm going to quickly do. There we go. Lovely, lovely. I want them to travel to... Oh, they can go to the Maldives. Think about that. And Madagascar can go a little bit into India. Why not? And Sri Lanka. Because it can. And since they still have a bit of paint, why not go to the south part of Arabia? aka Middle East. But yeah. South Africa once again expands, which they take their land back. And expand actually quite a bit there. Nice. Small expand for the good old Madagascar, which they found a bit of water, which is nice for them. Greenland, new leader, large expand. That's actually really good. That's fine. Uruguay wants the union. Who would it like to... Okay, I can't randomize the union. That should be a thing, in my opinion. That would be cool. But yeah, I think it should be with Brazil then. So it should be called... Uruguay... And... How do you... Where's my and symbol? That? Sure, that works. In fact, I'll do this. Uruguay and... Brazil, what's it? Union, yeah. Which we need somewhere in a mixture, so we can make it turquoise. Yeah, that would be sick. There we go. Did that save? Yeah, Uruguay and Brazil Union. Very nice. Which lands east. So, we should just make Norway become a thing. Sick. We'll name it Viking. For the Vikings. And we won't make it Norway straight away because then it's like... We are talking about year 63, by the way. So I'm just saying. Yeah, so there we go. Norway. And let's see. Let me just zoom in a little bit so I can actually color it in nicely. Which I want them to actually take Denmark. Why not? Make the Vikings be Vikings. There we go. Okay, this split is going to be huge, by the way. Wow. I think it might be a bit too much. Yeah, it might be. Which I'll let them take that. Bit of Finland. And there we go. Okay. Oh, you know what? I want them to take that. I want the Vikings to take Iceland. And I want them to take Greenland. There we go. And take the Faroe Islands. Alright. That's all I want from them. Welcome, Vikings. And South Africa gets the next pick, which is another split. Which, oh, I did not think of this. We could do Kenya. That would be cool. Which we can give Kenya like a dark red. That's kind of cool. We can split it from Gabon. That way it's like a neutral border. At least for now. There we go, which blocks them off from there. And nice. It's like a... I did a British thing where I did a straight line. I just realized. Well, semi-straight line, but yeah. Okay. The Uruguay-Brazil union gets to expand again with no problems in the relationship, thank God. And Gabon gets a small expansion. Nice. Which I want them to expand like that. And there we go. Nice. This is a very small, cheeky expansion. Which Sweden gets a medium expansion, which is perfect timing. Which they can briefly, just quickly take back Denmark. A bit of their land. Nice. Kenya. A union. Ooh. I wish you could randomize unions. Because imagine, because obviously I'll make it realistic where it has to be near them if you could randomize. And if so, Gabon, Madagascar would make the perfect sense. Or even if it lands on South Africa, that would be cool. We'll go with Gabon. I was going to say Kenya for Kenya. Let's see. Yakut gets another new leader, which allows them to expand. Nice. Let them meet the Swiss and start taking a little bit of land. There we go. Make it a little bit interesting. There we go. Alright, the Vikings get to draw a small card, which is a small expansion, which I want them to take the islands there, take a bit of Greenland, go to the coast there. Alright, it works, it works. The Uruguayan and Brazilian Union has found a religion. We will call it South America. I know it's not exactly a religion. I know. But honestly, I am not that smart of making up religions. I'm sorry. I'm not that good. It's directly east. You know what? We can actually make Bulgaria. Which is kind of cool. Because I did not expect them to be actually made today. Alright, let's just make them a little bit lighter. Make them cool. Actually, we can make them very light. Yeah, why not? Bulgaria is being made. There we go. Make them take the European side of common day Istanbul. Make them... Actually, we can make them take quite a bit. Yeah, wow. This is like modern day... They're even taking Romania, Crimea, Ukraine's land. Like, damn. Okay, Bulgaria. Look at that. Oh, you know what? I would actually like to rename Bulgaria's name to Bulgarian Empire. Yes. That looks so cool. Alright, draw a card from Greenland, which is weird. I'm not going to make them take that land. I want Mongolia to have... Oh, Davaj selected. Okay, can I randomize the pick? Greenland, yes I can. Okay, small expand. Sick. That was literally it. Alright, Sweden gets a card. New leader. South Africa gets a new leader. And they do get to expand. Which is, yeah, again, just weird expansion. But yeah. Mongolia gets adopt religion. Ooh, we can go from Magyar, South America. I think the Magyar religion makes sense. Weirdly so. Yeah. And then finally, landing into Newfoundland. Which is what the Vikings actually did, if you don't know. Which they've, what's it? The Norwegian or Danish Vikings escaped, went to Iceland. From Iceland, they went to Greenland. And from the Iceland one, or the Greenland ones, they went down and realized, holy shoot, there's more land. The Americas, which is known as Newfoundland, or Newfoundland, or something like that. Hopefully I'm right. The Yakut found a religion. Ooh. Let's make it Turkic, because I can. Just because I can. I don't know what else to do for the religions except... I mean, it's basically faith. That's really it. New nation! You know what? Let's change it up. Because we want something in America or maybe Australia. I don't know. So let's change it up. We'll put the dot where that wheel is right there. In the Mediterranean Sea. Where my little pencil is. And we'll spin the wheel. Put the pen right back there. And we'll let it decide if we go west side, east side, north side, south side, any side. It has chosen the northeast side. Oh. Okay, so it could be modern day Turkey. Okay, we could make the Anatolians, which would be interesting. We can make Cyprus as well. We can make, I guess, Syria, maybe just about. Also, we can make Georgia. We can make Azerbaijan, maybe, or yeah, splitting up from Yakut. We can make we could go all the way, to be fair, make Kazakhstan if we wanted. So I will make the central point in the Black Sea, right there, just below Crimea, basically. So we'll spin the wheel and hopefully it gives us something interesting to work with. It is just about giving us the north. You can barely see it, like it's like quite literally on the north side. So because the dot was like, where was it? It was right below Crimea. Right, where was it really? We could just, oh, you know what? To make it interesting, we can add Russia. You know, Moscow, which is nice. They actually expanded quite a bit. The Vikings get a card which is split. You know what? I'm gonna make them have a split with England. It's about time they actually join. Which I'll make them great. I want them to make them like a white or red, but one, there's already a red. Two, the white, I mean, you can see there's a lot of white in the map, so it's going to be very confusing which is which. So I'll make them like a dark grey for now. Just for now. And England is splitting, which I'll make them split, take the 4 islands. Basically just make the British Empire, but not exist yet. Just make it fully English, and then the English can split from there. Whatever the story goes with. New leader, Moscow, found religion. Ooh. Wait, let me double check how you spell it. Dianity. There we go. Look at that. I would say it can be like a bright purple, something warming but not too warm. Something nice but refreshing. If you guys want, we can just quickly check the origin mode, which this is the origin. As you can see, Russia's its own thing, Mongolia is its own thing, the Two Kicks is its own thing, aka the Yakut, Bulgaria is its own thing, Madagascar, okay, the whole of Africa is just a line from Madagascar, which is kind of funny. This is, oh, yes, because Uruguay split from Brazil, so the origin, Uruguay's origin is actually Brazilian. That's actually kind of interesting. The Swedish, aka the Vikings, which separated from the actual Swedish. Faith mode, we can see South America, Magar there in Mongolia, which is so dumb. I'm sorry, I should probably change to Islam, but yeah. Tukik and Orthodox Christianity, which them two being so close already is fantastic. Fantastic is interesting. Fort mode, as you can see, which I don't know what fort mode does, except I'm assuming you got color points, right? And if you color in the fort, then it takes more of the color points away. I'm assuming that's what it means. Anyways, terrain mode, as we all know. Nice, cool, bosh. Oh, the north. So, let's say it's below Cyprus. But then east. Yeah, it hits Cyprus. Okay, we can do Cyprus. Cypriot Empire. We could just make them very yellow. Nice. We can have them have all of this. And all of this. Nice. Let them take a bit of the land. Okay, this is cool. Alright. A for Cypriots, eh? Which means we are not going to be doing Anatolians, I guess. Which was my original plan. If we could, then we would. But if not, it's fine. Okay, another build castle. I don't know what castle to build. I'm just going to build the Panama castle. This is so dumb. Alright, let's see. Swedish Empire gets medium expansion. Yay. Oh, I should have fought back. Right, I forgot about that. A little bit of the Balkan lands that they lost against England. And I could finally get a union with Greenland. Yes. Finally, I can get rid of them. That's what I've been wanting the whole time. Alright, Yakut gets picked again. New leader this time. England gets large expand. Okay. Well, they can take Tunisia rather than the Roman Empire. I guess the English are the Roman Empire in this game. It is in this version of my world. Kenya gets a union. I guess we could give it to South Africa. Yeah, why not? Kenyan Africa. Because South Africa, it's the second part of the name is Africa, so they're just going to do it like that. Swedish Empire gets large expand. Perfect. Well, perfect for them. Which take back the Danish land that they lost. And, oh, English still has a little bit. I'm going to pick England. A new leader. With the Cypriot... Oh, the Cypriot Empire gets a union. And they get to unionize with probably the Bulgarians, I can't lie. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. Cyprus becoming a giant. England decides to build a castle, which obviously we're going to build right there, I think. Right there. There we go. London, of course. Let Rome be a thing. Let's go. Okay, the splits are going to be massive, by the way. Which we can let them take... what's it? This part of Africa. There we go. Okay. Let them border the Cypriots. Interesting. Make them take a lot of land, in fact. Let them take the Portuguese land. Oh, no. Wait, I thought... Sorry, there's a bit of grey there, which apparently I've not taken. Interesting. And there we go. Okay. Wow. The Romans get the pick and they get small expansion, which is nice. Okay. England is gone from the region. Actually, that's a lie. There's a small dot right there where my pen is. Great. That's awkward. Anyways, Mongolia gets to expand, which is interesting. We can do the Göktürk Khaganate, aka the Göktürk Empire, which is actually going to be very cool to do. So Göktürk, let's see. Actually, no, wait. I have to put the spellings together now. We'll just put it in English, aka Empire, rather than Khaganate, because it makes our life easier. As much as I want to do the light blue, we're going to have to do a different colour. We could do the green for now. For now. Yeah, boom. Okay. And the split will be from here to here, like this. Yeah. Okay, this is kind of cool. Alright. And... split like that. In fact, we can have a bit of southern split as well. Just because people don't agree. And a bit of central split here. And there. It's like a complete war in the Mongolian side. Large expand is good for the Jing Empire though. That is great news for them. Hi guys, this is Editor Me. Just want to tell you guys this is a quick 2-minute speed up because, well, there's a lot of stuff that happened that I just can't fit into this video or else it's going to be more than an hour long. I'm not joking. There's just too much. So I just sped up to 1000%. Yes, 1000% to speed up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick speed up. And just a quick reminder, seriously guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe. I'm a small little creator here, just trying my best. And anyways, just leave a like, subscribe, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Okay, let's see. New nation! We haven't had that in a long while. Which I want to make the Seljuk Empire. I think this is how you spell it. Which the colour has to be a little bit of a darkish blue. Okay, normal blue. Because there's already a light blue around it as well. So yeah. Turkmen was like here. And then we have to expand it around to there. Okay. Persia splits. Very sad. Very, very, very sad. We're going to have Egypt. There we go. Make a nice yellow. Give them Cairo. There we go. And that's it. Okay. Qing Empire. Small expand. We're just going to circle like that. That's really it. Madagascar. There we go. You know what? I should change Madagascar's colour. Make it... Ooh. That dark orange reddish thing looks nice. Yeah, that looks nice. Alright. Seljuk Empire gets to build a castle. Nice. We'll call it... Seljuk... Rome. Yes. That sounds cool. Even though Rome's not built yet, but yeah. Finland splits. We'll get Norway in the action. There we go. Splits just like that. Splits with the foreign islands. Nice. Okay, that's all I want to split with. Norway. An origin diverged selected would be Yakut. Sure. Which goes to Egypt. To split. That's boring. No, it's a small country. We're not going to split them like that. Okay, did I stutter? Okay. Mexico, small expand. Takes a bit back from California, which barely anything. Yakut gets to finally expand and do something again, which is cool. Turkey Castle gets taken. Nice. I mean, expanded. Mongolia gets to expand and finally fights back the Chinese, which... let's just go like this a little bit, like a line that says like this is Mongolian. The Chinese can't do anything about it. Seljuk Empire gets small expand though, which is good for them. Very good. We'll take a little bit there, and then Japan found a religion. Japanese. We're keeping it like that. Seljuk Empire Union. Jeez. Oh god, that would be interesting. We could have the Seljuk and Persians unite, because not only Moscow but also Yakut is a threat to both of them. Which if you guys don't know Seljuk Empire history, basically it is an empire to make the Muslim Rome, which is very cool. But yeah, screw it, why not? These two were enemies, now we're making them frenemies. Yep. Egypt gets large expand. That's actually really good. Holy, this is really good for Egypt. Which they fight back Madagascar. Wow, that's not bad from Egypt. Korea gets Age of Division selected, which goes to Rome, which goes to unite with England because they are too big for their own liking. And we get the Roman Empire. Yay! Can we get a castle from them? No, we get a large expand though, which I would take. Which will take some of the islands here. Some islands there. Let's see. What can I do? They could actually fight back for the Danish land that was lost, but loses. Sweden goes for medium expand and takes it back and fights back. Nice. Okay, fairs. And they'll fight back against Norway a little bit. There we go. California gets a new leader with Korea getting the choice to largely expand against the Japanese. And a little bit against Mongolia, I guess. Yeah, maybe they can go a bit more north-ish. Going aside. Oh, they took... Oh, I did not mean for them to take that there. Okay. Well, if I haven't updated you guys in a while, well, this is what the world looks like. Let's start with the west side. Yes. California. Just its own country. Mexico, Uruguay Uruguay and Brazilian Union. Rome is in Europe, just being Rome itself. Madagascar is huge, by the way. It has Indian land, Sri Lanka land. It has... What was it called again? The Maldives. Right, I forgot the name, but there we go now, remember. The Seljuk Empire has united with Persia, which even though they're not connected, but still. Egypt is existing. Moscow somehow has North Africa. How did that happen? I think I gave it a little bit. I don't remember. Latvia exists now. Finland, Norway, which I know Norway looks very screwed up. Sweden is interesting, definitely. And if we go here, Yakut, aka the Turks. And of course, Seljuk Empire is Turks as well, if you don't know. Mongolia as well is a thing. Also, I can make Mongolia a darker blue now. Nice. Very cool. Korea, Japan is here. Yes, they have Tokyo. And Qing Empire. And lastly, but not least, Indonesia. This is the world currently, which honestly I am going to end it here because I've been recording for a little bit. So if you guys want me to do a part 2, keep going, see what happens next, see what in the world just happens, then make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Please do comment and tell me to do a part 2, because honestly, I'm actually having a lot of fun just colouring stuff in. It's very fun. Which if you guys do want to try it, then remember the game is called Doodle Empires. I am not sponsored. I just love the game. I'm not joking. It's actually just way too much fun. Just making your own scenarios, own world, own random stuff. So yeah. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. And goodbye.